Welcome to This Podcast is Making Me Thirsty, the number one destination for Seinfeld fans. This is Two Up and Two Down. Here's our.
All right, folks. This episode of Two Up, Two Down is The English Patient, a season 8 Steve Corn written episode. Kick us off, Tony, with your first one up.
All right, we got to give ups, right? That's the whole thing here. All right, my first up, and mainly because we just talked to the fella. Sack lunch. Our man Tim Kaiser was the picture for that. Him and his family. Love the poster. Love the name. Always love fake movies in Seinfeld. So that's my thumbs up. Sack lunch. That's where we're going with this. That's my thumbs up.
I had it on the list as well. Can't argue that. Sack Lunch, great movie. So The English Patient, thumbs up. I'm gonna go with the. I think it was one of the opening scenes. Kramer giving Jerry the number one dad shirt. I don't know, a little chuckle. Like who gives a neighbor a tight T-shirt like that? And I always loved Jerry opening it up and goes, "Oh, it's a medium." Pretty funny. And there's not many funnies here, but Kramer giving the Jerry the number one dad shirt. First one up for The English Patient.
Yeah, number one dad. We're the number one destination for Seinfeld fans. Two ups. We had to do two, right? Because two is hard. We're now. I got my one. I'm trying for a second, and I don't got much here. I got three things written down. They're all kind of throwaways. I don't even know which one to go with here. I'm gonna go with Jerry's at visiting his parents. He's got the Cubans, meaning people in the house. Morty walks in. What's that? Three Cubans. Don't tell your mother. He walks out. Great dad move. We all, it's a typical dad move. Just kind of walks in. Like, I don't want to know what's, I don't want to know what's going on here. We're a little blurred here, but we'll be all right. Don't tell your mother. And he just walks out the door. That's my second thumbs up.
All right, that's a good one. A good dad move. So listen, second one up for this. It's when Jerry's in Florida and he calls Kramer about the Cubans and Kramer's there cooking with his shirt off. Kind of thought that was funny. And Jerry, asking him, Kramer saying he has a shirt on. He says, "What color is it?" And he stumps Kramer. Thought that was kind of funny. Again, for this episode. So Kramer cooking with his shirt off. Can't really expand much beyond that. So that is my second one's up. And let's hit the downs for The English Patient.
All right, downs. A little bit easier here. Where to begin? We have to just obviously. I'll just throw this out there. You probably have written down, but I'll take it since I'm going first. It's basically half the episode, but Elaine's storyline. I mean, it's what the episode's based on, right? Going to see the English Patient and just three times with Peterman and then going with the boyfriend and everyone else. Friend of the show is obviously in the scene. We'll give her that, but Jesus, it's horrible. It's just a horrible, horrible episode, and it's taken over by that whole scene. That's it. Elaine's storyline, which is half the episode. That's my first down.
Yeah, and power couple. We'll get her in there. Yeah, Elaine. I mean, how about it sucked? Just those like yelling at the movie. Yeah, big miss. And to your point, they brought it up three times. They kept going at it. And Pink Hat fans might not like this one I'm bringing up, but it's go time. Enough already. Enough. Lloyd, you're a classic comedian, Lloyd, and Jerry put you on the show. I get the whole thing, but it's go time. The man, enough, enough. I mean, we get it. Mandelbaum, fine, but the whole it's go time. You gotta just. We mentioned this a lot. Talk about beating a dead horse. Boy, did they beat this one. So that is my first one down. That's my first one down. It's go time. Enough.
Yeah, and you bring this up a lot, and I just thought about it as you were the beating of dead horses in season 8 and 9. That's what they do. Their storyline they just do every scene with the storyline, the same joke. Back when the earlier seasons, they would just do other things as this story went on, but there's the same joke over and over again. Just doesn't work. And to that point, another thing we hate about season 8 and 9 is my second thumbs down is the cold open. Oh my God. I had not, this has not been in my, I pretty much have 99% of Seinfeld memorized in my head. I can say when it happened, what episode, I can see it. I know it. I don't remember this. I must have watched it once and never again because it's so bad. The Raisinets and the Pepsi girlfriend and the holy cow, just dreadful conversation between Elaine and Jerry. I mean, Jerry's just cashing a check at that point. What does he care? But it is a horrible, horrible scene, horrible cold open. That's my thumbs down.
Yeah, I had that, and the Pepsi. I mean, why? Just why? Steve Coren, come on, you better than that, buddy. Listen, we'd be remiss. There's a lot of bad in this episode, but the George Neal storyline. I mean, thank God for Kirk Cameron's wife to add a little shining light to this because she, good looking woman. But I mean, I gotta stay. And he brings us up with Jerry. I gotta stay one step ahead of Neil. What do you mean one step? Well, I don't even know what step is there. You have her. She invites him for breakfast, and then he walks away because I don't know if they were trying to tie into the whole coffee thing from the phone message of season 2. Like, now that's funny because it was real, it was authentic. This is just stupid, And again, well, he was playing out his league with that girl anyway. But just the George Neal storyline again. Every scene, like, just they went back to it. It's sad to see, knowing how great George is. This is one of the could be top 5 worst George storylines I've ever seen. So that's definitely a downer for this episode. But let's grade this puppy.
Yeah, fair. I mean, you had to bring up that had to be mentioned on these downs. The English Patient, we've just touched on everything. I mean, like Chris just said, one of the worst George storylines. We've already mentioned one of the worst Elaine storylines. Kramer, Jerry, the whole thing. We didn't even mention the ending. Again, not remember the cold open. The ending with the hijacking. I don't remember that. I mean, one of the worst scenes in the history of the show. I mean, the English Patient's an F. I'm sorry. The English Patient's an F. I mean, I can't. I cannot. We can sit here and play games with a D minus. I'm just gonna flat out call it an F. Here's what I'll say. I won't watch it again. I watched it for this because I had to do it one more time. I'll watch any episode of Seinfeld anytime you put it on. This one, just like Elaine couldn't sit through the English Patient, I can't sit through this. That's my F.
Wow. I rarely get convinced in my last second here because I had D minus, but this is an F. Not only, I mean, I forgot about the last scene. We forget about one of my all time favorite. What's his name? Big Earl from Texas. You forgot he made a cameo. I mean, they bring him back for this. Yeah, the Cuban thing, and they squirt Neil's eye. Enough with Neil, enough. But yeah, the reason is, I guess, it's an easy F. Now that I think about it, is forget about the downs. There's just not enough ups. I mean, Kramer cooking with his shirt off wasn't my ups. Come on, I'm nitpicking, so I don't give out many of these, but the English Patient, it's an F. On to the next one.